I'm so excited to share my Grunt If You Understand vocabulary terminology series. Remember, these ideas are going to be comical, they're going to be playful, often absurd, and definitely fun, which is what makes them so memorable. Before we get started, a quick reminder that the Grunt If You Understand method of ballet training goes well beyond the vocabulary and terminology of dance. It's going to help dancers understand all of the mechanics of ballet technique, from the smallest details to the big picture. So you can find out more about that full program at gruntifyouunderstand.com. So let's get right into the Grunt If You Understand vocabulary terminology series.
What do horses have to do with ballet?
So what do horses have to do with ballet? This is another issue of our vocabulary and terminology series, and we are going to learn the meaning of pas de cheval. So pas de cheval is step of horse. And as you teach the terminology for your ballet classes, it's fun to point out how many animals and body parts you learn in ballet. So pas de cheval is so clear to see once you teach them the terminology. Again, learning the terminology is going to be so useful because if they know the meaning of it, they'll know the step. You don't have to just have them memorize these random French terms with some random movement. If you teach them the meaning of the term, it shows them the movement. So then you're killing two birds with one stone, because they're going to know their terminology, and thus they're going to know the step. Because if you know that pas de cheval means step of the horse, you're going to do the step of the horse. So when I first teach my students pas de cheval, I explain that you're going to go through your sur le coup de pied, out to your tendu or your dégagé, and then you're going to close to fifth. And I tell them pas de cheval means step of horse. So if you were to do several of these pas de chevals, nay, it looks exactly like a horse picking up his leg and his hoof and placing it down on the floor. So pas de cheval, step of the horse, pick up that hoof, extend your leg, and close it to the ground. Pas de cheval, step of horse. So what do horses have to do with ballet? They're going to teach us the term pas de cheval. Grunt if you understand. Thank you for joining me for Grunt If You Understand's vocabulary and terminology series. I hope you'll check back as the library of visualizations expands.